You hear me? Yes, I can see. I'm at my daughter's.
Good. Can you see me?
Camera's on.
No, I can't see him.
Yeah.
No.
Now can you see me?
Yeah.
Good. So I've got Ross, who's trying not to speak. I've got Nathan. I've got Tom. I've got Claire. Stuart, are you here? Yeah. Stuart. I think Stuart's here. Are you here, Stuart? I can't hear you.
He said something earlier.
Did he? Stuart, if it's worth, for what it's worth, I can't hear your microphone, my friend. Okay. Stuart, if you're there, can you WhatsApp the group and say, yes, I'm here? Yeah? Good. Right. Off you go. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Somebody by the microphone is fanning around, making a load of noise. I'd suggest that was probably Claire. She's a right.
Sorry,
clutter.
I'm feeding my cat.
She's a tidier upper.
It's 6:30 in the morning. Cat wants to be fed.
Say that again.
I said it's 6:30 in the morning and the cat wants to be fed.
I know, my darling, you're having your breakfast. I know. Off you go. Nathan, Luke, I'm going to have to use my voice because I'm next to the road. Luke, I'm going to have to use my voice because I'm next to the road. Hey, Stuart. Luke, I'm going to have to use my voice because I'm next to the road. Go.
Luc, je devrais utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la route.
Je vais devoir, Ron, je devrais. Ouais, je vais devoir. Chest push, send it forward. Ouais, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la rue. Route aux rues. Off you go.
Oui, je vais.
So look at it. Hand on chest. Keep the vibration going. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Ouais, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la route. Off you go. Constant between all the words. Off you go.
Oui, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la rue.
Lovely. I want you to go again and be interested in the passage between the vowels. Ouais, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix. Ouais, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la... Somebody's speaker is picking me up and then sending me back to me. So unless you're Nathan, do you mind muting just for the moment? Off you go. Je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la route. One more time. Slide for me, Nathan.
Oui, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la rue.
Lovely. Can you drop the top of your palate? Can you drop the top of your palate onto your tongue? Can you drop the top of your palate onto your tongue? Ouais, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la route.
Oui, je vais devoir utiliser ma voix parce que je suis près de la rue.
Je suis près de... Do you see how the energy gives way? Ouais, je suis près de la route. Je suis près de la route. Go on.
Je suis près de la route.
That's it. Not je suis près de. Good. Good. Tom. Luke, I know what you mean. There's lots of travel. Luke, I know what you mean. There's lots of traffic. Pardon me, I forgot how to be English there. So Luke, I know what you mean. Luke, I know what you mean. There's lots of traffic. Luke, I know what you mean. There's lots of traffic.
Luke, je sais ce que tu veux dire. Il y a beaucoup de voitures.
Not bad going round, but what's the word beginning with C for traffic?
I don't know. Sorry, Luke.
Circulation.
Circulation.
No. Did Lukey say circulation or did Lukey say circulation?
Circulation.
Bullshit. What's the first verb? Shut up, Luke. What's the first vowel?
On.
Listen one more time. Circulation. Repeat.
Ear.
There we go. What do you do? Circulation. Is your vowel twanging? If it's not twanging, it's English. Yeah. Oh, I'm concerned about his, let's say we're talking about his blood. I'm concerned about his circular. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know, that would sound odd in English. I'm concerned about his circular, even if I did the second bar. If it sounds English, why does it sound English? Because it's English. Yeah, off you go. So go again. Ouais, alors, Luc, ouais, je sais ce que tu veux dire, il y a beaucoup de circulation. Je sais ce que tu veux dire, il y a beaucoup de circulation. Go.
Luc, je sais ce que tu veux dire, il y a beaucoup de circulation.
Not circle, this is the cool, Q, like
The
arse.
Q.
Circulation, yeah.
Luc, je sais ce que...
Pause. Is my name Luke or Luke?
Luc.
Is my name
It's
Luke or Luke? Which one is it? Luke or Luke? Which twang is it?
the higher one that I need to...
So do it then. My name ain't Luke. My name is Luke.
Luc.
Good. Yep, that's it. So say for me, Luc, je sais. So as you speak between here and here and here, ouais, Luc, je sais ce que tu veux dire, il y a beaucoup de circulation.
Luc, je sais ce que tu veux dire.
Pause. You're doing a nice thing. You're starting your sentence with an You're warming your chest up. Then you stop. Don't stop. Slide from into whatever the word is. In a minute, we're going to turn off. There will be less noise. So say me, je sais ce que tu veux dire. Just slide off that for me.
Luc, sorry.
Don't say sorry. Just close the palate down. Do you see how you're getting in the way with your teeth? Ouais, je sais ce que tu veux dire. Off you go.
Luc, je sais ce que tu veux dire. Il y a beaucoup de circulation.
Faster. Ce que tu veux. Like a train. Ce que tu veux.
Luc, je sais que tu veux dire. Il y a
No. Just do for me. Ce que tu veux. Like a train.
Ce que tu veux.
And again, faster. Ce que tu veux. That's it. Don't create a barrier. Good. Stuart. I spend a lot of my time in a small little village called New York. Stuart, I can't hear you, my friend.
You're muted.
Je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un petit village
Called New York.
Qui s'appelle New York.
Good. Now the vowels were all nice. Link them. Nice vowels. Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps, masculine, voire de ma temps. Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un petit village qui s'appelle New York. Slow it down if you want. The speed at which you solved each of those cognitive problems was fine. I just need it not to be subdivided, guys. Yeah, because then when you do new sentences of a grammatical or vocabulary sort of, one rung up from where you are, it will get in the muscle memory. Yeah, otherwise it's just relying on intellect, which is just not fair for the linguist. Well, so really think the idea. The problem at this level now is you've got to think what you're saying, like think the feelings. Luc, I spend a lot of my time in a little village called New York. Think sarcastic thoughts. Ouais, Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un tout petit village qui s'appelle New York. Have a go.
Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un petit village qui s'appelle New York.
Good. Hand on chest. Keep the vibration going. One more time. Ouais, Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un tout petit village qui s'appelle New York. If you subconsciously find yourself dividing it, guys, it's often because the melody isn't jumping up and down enough. So you divide it to give it some kind of syncopation. You don't need that. That's not what you're doing, Stuart. Your melody sounds very authentic. Yeah, so keep it all on one long line of sound. Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un tout petit village qui s'appelle New York. All the way through, off you go.
Luc, je passe beaucoup de mon temps dans un petit village qui s'appelle New York.
Qui s'appelle rather than ce qui s'appelle. Qui s'appelle.
Qui s'appelle?
Good, good, good. Lovely. Teeth closed. Palate onto the mouth. Lovely. Lovely. Claire Bear. That's obviously been sarcastic. New York is obviously fairly noisy. One of the reasons I liked Besançon is it's fairly silent. I'd like you, Claire, to use plaire, like Claire. I'd like you to use plaire somewhere in that sentence rather than aimer, and think which way around we need to work. One of the reasons I liked Besançon, Luke, was that it was fairly silent. Off you go, Claire.
Une de leurs raisons pour... hang on. Une de leurs raisons...
It's sounding all right so far.
Besançon.
Yep.
Une de les raisons Besançon me plaît, c'est parce que c'est une silencieuse.
Good. Now, there's a lot of good shit in there. There's a lot of good shit. Firstly, notice the word Claire went to say for silent. She didn't say silent, silente. False friend. Silencieux, silencieuse. She went with Besançon, une ville, and she made it feminine. So, une des raisons pour lesquelles, one of the reasons for which, just say that, une des raisons, no, sorry, une des raisons pour laquelle, one of the reasons for which, une des raisons pour laquelle, just say that.
Une des raisons pour lesquelles.
Good, your listening's getting nice. When we use plaire, it's like if anybody's done any Spanish. Me gusta, mi piace Italian. The thing is pleasing you. Yeah? So in the sentence, I like Besançon, I like Besançon. In the sentence, I like Besançon using plaire, Besançon me plaît. What's the past tense, Claire Bear, of Besançon me plaît? What would that be in the action past tense? What's the past tense of Besançon? Besançon m'a, what's the past tense?
Plus.
Well done. So c'est une des raisons pour laquelle Besançon m'a plu. Une des raisons pour laquelle Besançon m'a plu.
Une des raisons Besançon m'a plu.
Now you've got another one that's the vowels are nice. Like Stuart, I need the connectivity, otherwise it goes Une des, push off the chest. Une des raisons pour lesquelles Besançon m'a plu. Sing it for me.
Une des raisons pour lesquelles Besançon m'a plu.
Nice. When you do this, you've got more time as well, because otherwise it's like stab, stab, snatch, snatch, quick vowel, quick vowel. Une des raisons pour lesquelles Besançon m'a plu. Make it sound ennuyant. Is that it's largely silent. Alors c'est assez silencieuse. Yeah, well, to be fair, c'est assez silencieux with say, or elle est assez silencieuse comme ville. Because say uses masculine, yeah, or elle est silencieuse. I would say une des raisons pour lesquelles Besançon m'a plu est parce que c'est assez silencieux comme ville. Have another go. Une des raisons pour lesquelles Besançon m'a plu est que c'est assez silencieux comme ville.
Une des raisons Une des raisons pour Besançon m'a plu. Une des raisons
pour laquelle Besançon m'a plu. For which Besançon, please? Une des raisons pour laquelle Besançon m'a plu.
Une des raisons pour laquelle
Besançon m'a plu. Yeah.
Pour laquelle Besançon m'a plu. Et que elle est très silencieuse.
That'll do. Elle est très silencieuse. If you're using L for the city, good. Lovely. Roscoe can't breathe, so we won't go to him. He's having some asthma problem. He's allergic to hard work. Good. Back up to Nathan. I got my hair cut yesterday, but the guy was distracted. I said I wanted 0.5, then 1 to 2 fade for the majority of it. There was a cricket match on, so he did like a 0 fade all the way up, which I don't mind. It looks kind of cool, but it looks a bit Peaky Blinders. Do you know that show, Peaky Blinders? Yeah. But my neighbour's like, oh, your hair looks really hot, but she's a drunk. So it's like, I don't know if I trust her. She's like, oh, Luke, your hair looks really sexy. I'm like, do you drink a litre of vodka per day? I don't know if I trust your opinion or your life decisions. So off you go, Nathan. So say to me, I got my hair cut yesterday, but the guy was a bit distracted.
Je m'ai fait couper mes cheveux hier, mais le mec était un peu distrait.
Not bad at all. Je me fais couper is present tense. What's I got my haircut yesterday? Nathan, would you please say for me, my love, would you please just say for me, I got washed? What's I got washed?
Je me suis lavé.
Which format did you correctly just use? Poetry past. All we're doing with the, and can I really make the point, guys, that you've got all of your level, this causative doesn't always have to be reflexive. Yeah, I got several houses built. J'ai fait construire plusieurs maisons. We don't need the reflexive. It's just one of the main ways to do the passive voice. But it's not the only way to use the faire as a causative. Can we be very clear on that? Yeah, I demolished the house. J'ai démoli la maison. I got the house demolished. J'ai fait démolir la maison. Are we all clear on that? Yeah. So, but je me suis fait is one of our principal passive voices. So, could you please say for me, Nathan, je me suis fait couper les cheveux. Notice the usage of me. Notice the usage of me. I don't need to say may. Yeah. Off you go. Off you go. I got my haircut yesterday.
Je me suis fait couper les cheveux hier, mais le mec était un peu distrait.
Couper or coupe? Is it coupe or coupe?
Couper.
Good. So slide into it and out of it. Je me suis fait couper les cheveux. Oui, je me suis fait couper les cheveux hier.
Je me suis fait couper les cheveux hier.
Good. The guy was distracted.
Mais le mec était distrait.
Good. I'd like you to go again, and I'd like you to start thinking. Now you've got the slide going on. Well done, well done. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 as Claire's gynecologist said. Can you basically now think of the speed of where you're going to put it on certain words? Well, je me suis fait couper les cheveux. Just play with je me couper. Try and get the rhythm of it. Je me suis fait couper les cheveux.
Oui, je me suis fait couper les cheveux hier, mais le mec était un peu distrait.
Otherwise, we end up with this neutrality. Je me suis fait couper les cheveux. Don't let me say this enough. That's great. If you're learning to slide and put stuff together, Stuart, gorgeous, then go again with the rhythm on the stress. Yeah? Good. I'm not saying it's bad to do it that way, but all of you are now good enough to go, where am I? What am I stressing? Well, je me suis fait couper les cheveux. You know, whatever. Good. Lovely. Tom, tell me, Luke, what happened? What was the distraction? Tell me, Luke, what happened? What was the distraction? It was a cricket match. He was from Afghanistan, and he was watching a cricket match between Afghanistan and Pakistan, and he kept going, yay! And I was just like, this is such a bad idea. So say for me, Tom. Tell me, Luke, what happened? What was the distraction?
You're muted.
I can't hear you, Tom. Off you go. Tell me, Luke, what happened? What was the distraction? Off you go.
You're still muted, Tom.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Sorry. Dis-moi,
Pause. There ain't no repetition on Lukey's watch. Turn on the chest pressure before we begin. Only slide into the word that you know. There's no my name is. If nobody gets that, it's an Eminem track. So we don't want this. Okay, off you go. Yeah. No. So when you go, the chest pressure, you're turning it off. Turn it on. It's gas. It doesn't get turned off. If you're not ready to give it a new shape, keep the previous shape going. Turn it on. Don't panic when it's on. You don't have to act quickly. Oh, shit. No. You take your time. Just swap the shape of it gently. but don't stop the gas once it starts. Go. Tell me what happened. What was the distraction? Go.
Dites-moi, Luc, qu'est-ce que se passe? Qu'est-ce qu'était la distraction?
I understood that. I'm trying to think, would I have understood that as a French speaker? Yes. Now, do you and I tutoie each other or vous voyez each other?
I would say we tutoie each other. Maybe we.
I would say, well,
really
good God, sarcastic shit that comes out of my mouth. Do you think I'm being formal with any of you? And I mean that as an affectionate thing. Notice the tutoie and the vouvoie can have two elements. It can be affectionate to tutoie somebody, as well as respectful. It's not like more respect, less respect. It can be affectionate to tutoie somebody. All right. So in other words, what's the command form for tell me? For a tu?
It's not dit. I thought dit.
No. How do you say you say? How do you say you say using tu?
Dit.
So is it going to be dis-moi or dites-moi as a tu form?
Dis-moi.
Lovely. D-I-S-M-O-I. Notice there's a natural bias with imperatives. That's what these are. These are commands. There's a natural bias with imperatives to assume A, you're going to vouvoie, and B, that it's going to have a vous or a toi on the end, which is not the case. That would need to be a verb that was being done to you or reflexive. So dis-moi. Yeah, so dis-moi. Now, can you say for me what happened? There are two ways of saying, well, there are three ways of saying this, four ways really. So how do you say what happened? Be careful with your vowels.
Qu'est-ce que se passe?
So, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé or qu'est-ce qu'il s'est passé? So, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé or qu'est-ce qu'il s'est passé? Off you go. So, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Qu'est-ce qu'il s'est passé?
Lovely. I'm going to give you a little alternative, which is a bit interesting. Que s'est-il passé? Which is the inverted version. Yep. One for Stuart, you might like it. Que s'est-il passé? So we're taking the que, then we're taking the reflexive. It might interest you to know for future usage that when we invert, yeah, the pronoun is staying before the verb. Que s'est-il? When we imperative, the pronoun will often move, won't it? So that's a bit odd for the brain. So could you say to me, que s'est-il passé?
Que s'est-il passé?
Could you now say to me with English vibration gone and French vibration in? Que s'est-il passé?
Que s'est-il passé?
That was so much better. Now push from the chest, send it forward. Que s'est-il passé?
Que s'est-il passé?
Yeah, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Yeah. What would be Tom, what happened to you? What would be what happened to you? What verb do we use for to happen to a person?
Oh, c'est arrivé.
Lovely. Arrivé. Remember the A has got to be higher and twangier. Tom, where are you from originally? Exactly.
West Yorkshire.
Right. So think of a much more nasal Yorkshire sound. Yeah, that's your French arrivé, Paris, aller. It's not yeah, it's yeah. So if you think of the kind of grass in the south, yeah, grass. If you were Liam and Noel in Manchester, grass. If you're going to an American like laugh, 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 that kind of business. We want that upwardly mobile yeah. Ask. Yeah, we want that. We want the quality for French. All right, arriver, passer. Yeah. So say for me, so there, for example, because I've just been speaking French, my me sounded French. I would say for me rather than say for me. Yeah. So qu'est-ce qui yeah. So using arriver. So what happened to you? The present tense. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? What would the past tense be?
Qu'est-ce que t'est arrivé?
Right. Say for me, he arrived.
Il est arrivé.
What would that be with the liaison? Yes, that's lovely. What would that be?
Sorry. Il est arrivé.
Lovely. Now notice, say for me, you arrived using the tu. How would you say you arrived?
Tu es arrivé.
Good. Now, tu es arrivé with the link. So one of the common errors is if you use te as the slang form of tu, if you use te as the slang form of tuer, you end up with te. And the link of you arrived is t'es arrivé with a z. But if you are using the te here, the il is doing the verb. So you don't say qu'est-ce qu'il t'est arrivé. If you had to do the link, it'd be the qu'est-ce qu'il t'est arrivé because it would be est off the il. Does that make sense, Tom? Yes or no?
Yeah, if it's because it's coming off the il.
No. Yeah, so qu'est-ce qui t'est arrivé, or qu'est-ce qui t'arrive in the present tense, but to be honest with you, que s'est-il passé? You need the verb to be a said for both of these verbs for the past. Yep, good. How would you say what was the distraction? Finish it off. What was the distraction?
C'est quoi était la distraction?
What was the distraction?
Était?
Quelle était la distraction? And again?
Sorry, quelle était la distraction?
Now go again and let me hear the proper twang for each of those parts. Quelle était la distraction?
Quelle était la distraction?
I don't need you to open your mouth. Quelle était la distraction? I don't need. Notice you could have a bigger mouth and less performant vowels. Well, I can't speak English today. Vowels. Yeah. Quelle était la distraction? Yeah. Go.
Quelle était la distraction?
Good. How would you say what distracted you? This was to be nasty. So
this shouldn't be as difficult as it feels.
What is it? Qu'est-ce qui t'a distrait? Or c'était quoi la distraction? Or qu'est-ce qui t'a distrait? Yeah, that will do the ce qui because that is then doing the verb.
Could you say c'est quoi? Could you say c'est quoi? Could you say c'est quoi que t'es expecté?
C'était quoi qui t'a distrait? But it would need to do the verbs either qu'est-ce qui t'a distrait or c'était quoi qui t'a distrait. It would need to do the verb. Stuart, my American friend Brian wrote on my page, your first mistake was to trust somebody who likes cricket. My American friend Brian, by the way, to remind you all, is the husband of the duo Crocs in the Kitchen, who are the ones that have that really amazing YouTube channel, which was about them both losing about 200 pounds by eating properly. And then Jess got cancer, and then she became this like cancer vlog, and she's now over the cancer. But it's a really cool YouTube channel with like cool recipes and health shit and just mental health stuff, and it's really good. It's good. Crocs in the Kitchen with a K. Yeah. So so my American friend Ryan wrote on my page that the first mistake was to trust someone who likes cricket. I'll remind you of that as we go through. My American friend Brian wrote on my page. Could you say that for me, Stuart?
Mon ami américain Brian.
Got that bit again. No pause between the words. Your vowels are lush. Your vowels are really nice. Slide it into one word. Imagine it's all one word. Mon ami américain Brian. Imagine it's one word.
Mon ami américain Brian.
Good. Just as an exercise. Just as an exercise for me, would you just say malheureusement? Malheureusement.
Malheureusement.
So you join that. Listen to that gorgeous twang. So malheureusement, 5 syllables. Yeah, so you link that because you think, oh, well, it's one word. Imagine mon ami américain Brian was one word. Imagine that was one word. Mon ami américain Brian, link it.
Mon ami américain Brian.
Nice. And in trying to link that, it'll force you to get rid of too much teeth. Good. He wrote on my page. How would you say he wrote on my page?
Il a écrit sur ma page. I don't know what the.
Do you think it's ma page or mon page?
Oh, no, I say it's mon page.
Ma page. General little cheat. There's a general little cheat which most words that are one syllable, most stage is masculine, but like most words which are one syllable, page, rage, cage, plage are feminine with age, and most words which are longer, you know, massage, lavage, tend to be masculine. So say for me, il a écrit sur ma page. Slide it through the chest, Stuart. Il a écrit sur ma page.
Il a écrit sur ma page.
Nice. Go again and get that higher A. Imagine I'm 2, 3, 4, you know, feet away from you. Push your chest forward. Il a écrit sur ma page. Sing for me. Il a écrit sur ma page.
Il a écrit sur ma page.
Good. Now that's nice. That's nice. Yep. You've gone away and done some damn good work on your vowels. Now just enjoy sliding from one word to the next, and your body will absorb this stuff like wildfire. Good. Your first mistake. Yeah, your first mistake. Sorry, someone keeps messaging me. I need to get rid of them. 1 second. Oh, she's 8 years old, the one that's messaging me, so I don't want to be mean. We had a tough week. We found out a few adult things. Lovely. Good. So your first mistake was to trust somebody who likes cricket. Off you go. Your first mistake was to trust somebody who likes cricket. Off you go.
Première trompe.
This is, I like this. This shows things are on pages. Correct file. You've given me 2 things. Se tromper is to make a mistake. Good. And that is a smarter verb than faire une erreur. Yeah, it's a much smarter verb. So you made a mistake, tu t'es trompé. But if you're referring to the noun of a mistake, then you want to use erreur or faute. Use feminine. So say to me, ta première erreur. C'est ta première erreur.
Ta première erreur.
Lovely. Now that was nice joining. Small point for the advanced. Baby, I'll speak to you later. Small point for the advanced. Some words we are used to saying ton with because they start with a vowel. For example, mon ami, my friend Sam. Samantha, girl. Yeah? Although she'll slit my throat for saying Samantha. My friend Sam, mon ami Sam. If I said my best friend Sam, ma meilleure amie, I've now got to remember the ma. Yeah, so some words we get very used to using, you know, the mon because of the vowel. So that's just a small point. So next thing, Stuart, what's the pronunciation of the word first? What's the first vowel in the word first? Yeah, pre. Yeah, so often people go pre. It's not premiere, but we're used to that from English, aren't we? Film premiere, yeah, or you know, premiering on whatever home box office or something. Yeah. So notice it's not pre or you know pre. It's pre. It's a low one. Stuart, could you just say for me? Could you just say je? Just say je.
Je.
Drop it into your chest. Je.
Je.
Nice. You've got such a good voice box for French. Now, could you say for me pre?
Pre.
Good. Now, good, Stuart. Really good. Now, enjoy sliding a premier. Premier.
Premier.
Good. From experience, the masculine one tends to stay safer. People manage premier. The feminine one, people always want to go première. So premier, première. So could you say for me, ta première erreur? Give me the slides. Ta première erreur.
Ta première erreur.
Lovely. Go more slowly and get each of those vowels beautifully. Ta première erreur.
Ta première erreur.
That's nice. That increases the clarity of what you're doing tenfold. That's lovely. What's the verb to trust here, Stuart, that I want to use? There are 2 verbs to trust. Which one are you going to go with? There are 2. Any idea on the verbs to trust?
Fais confiance.
Good. Now, how do I link that to a person? Can I remind you guys at this stage, what do I call this? Dictionary infinitives. which is the form of the verb where you use quelqu'un to refer to a person, and faire. I'm not on about faire here. There is a faire in this verb. When you use faire for another verb. So, for example, if I said, I allow Stuart to speak, that sounds terrible. Je permets à Stuart de parler. The dictionary infinitive would be, permettre à quelqu'un de faire quelque chose. Or what's the verb to help? Aider quelqu'un à faire quelque chose. So the dictionary infinitive form, okay, is going to use quelqu'un and faire. So if I said to trust, that's fine, faire confiance, that's lovely, that's one of the versions. How am I going to link that to a person, to trust somebody?
Je lui...
Lovely. Now, you're not wrong so far, but give me the dictionary infinitive form. Faire
confiance à.
That's it. Now, let me hear it with a quelqu'un.
Faire confiance à quelqu'un.
Lovely, lovely. I'd like to congratulate Stuart for being one of the first people this week who has successfully managed to say quelqu'un and not quelqu'un, which means what an asshole. So well done. As Stuart's just shown us, faire confiance à quelqu'un, we would be tempted to say, I trust Stuart, je fais confiance à Stuart, correct? I trust him. People are always tempted to say, je fais confiance à lui. No, 90% of French, if your dictionary infinitive is à quelqu'un, that will still manifest as a me, te, lui, as Stuart gave us, leur and nous. So I trust him, je lui fais confiance. Which brings me on to this point. If you see a verb that's compound, or even not compound, if you've just got a verb that's got quelqu'un or à quelqu'un, practice it with both a name and a he and a she and a they. In other words, I telephone Stuart. Hey Stuart, how's Lynn? How's the kids? Da, da, da. Je téléphone à Stuart. Get it in your mouth. I telephone him. Je lui téléphone. I telephone them. Je leur téléphone. Get that in your mouth. I call Stuart. J'appelle Stuart. I call him. Je l'appelle. Yeah. The brain won't learn shit from using me, because me is an easy choice. Il m'appelle, il me téléphone. Doesn't give us anything, does it? If you then go to use a name or a noun, I'm going to call the office. Je vais téléphoner au bureau versus je vais appeler le bureau. It's not given us anything to write home about, which is why it's really disappointing on word reference that they favour me and te in their translations. All the information is there for you. VTR versus TR versus à quelqu'un, and all the shit's written out for you to follow. But it would be useful for you guys if it were a bit more third person or name based. Good, Stuart. So, faire confiance à. So, ta première erreur était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui aime le cricket. Fine, fine, fine. What's the other verb, Stuart, to trust, also involving the word confiance? Any ideas?
Is confier.
Confier is indeed a third choice. That is to trust something to somebody. Avoir confiance en. Let me teach you a really dumb trick. Faire confiance à. There's one à word at the end. Faire confiance à. Avoir confiance en. There's one à word at the beginning. So the prepositions are not the same. Avoir, you've used your à words, so avoir confiance en. So I trust Luc, j'ai confiance en Luc. I trust Luc, je fais confiance à Luc. Could you just say both of those expressions for me, Stuart? Swap it for Lynn. So swap it for Lynn. So off you go, say I trust Lynn and I trust Lynn. You might be like, Luke, I don't trust Lynn. But so say for me, I trust Lynn. Can you give me both of those verbs to trust?
J'ai confiance en Lynn.
Lovely. Now, can you go again at your new super level, and can you not stop the chest? J'ai confiance en Lynn. Off you go.
J'ai confiance en lui.
Nice. Does anybody hear how not only does that make the next one sound cleaner, it makes the previous word sound cleaner when you do it. Oui, j'ai confiance. It's lovely, lovely. Lovely. Can you now go again? I just trust Len using the other way.
Je vais confiance en lui.
Nice. Your voice box, the more you do this, your voice box is going, I don't want to be banged. Thank you very much. Lovely. So could you say to me, Stuart, Luke, now you need to adopt the personality for these sentences, boys, because they're big old sentences. So say to me, ta première erreur était de faire confiance. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui aime le cricket. Your first mistake was to trust somebody who likes cricket. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui aime le cricket. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui aime le cricket. On a gym level, people, we are trying to lengthen how many vowels we can slide into. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui aime le cricket.
La première erreur
était de faire confiance. Was to trust.
Était de faire confiance
à quelqu'un qui aime.
À quelqu'un qui joue cricket.
Nobody likes multi-clausing. It's where the future lies. It's where people go. What can I do to improve my French? I'm like multi-clause. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance. Just say that. Your first error was to trust. Ta première erreur était de faire confiance.
La première erreur de faire confiance à quelqu'un.
De faire confiance. Was to trust. Était de faire confiance.
Essay.
Était, was, était.
Oh, était de faire confiance à quelqu'un qui joue le cricket.
Good.
Le cricket.
Well done. Le cricket. Good. Lovely. Claire. Luke, I don't understand this obsession. When it comes to cricket, Australians are terrible. That's not the truth at all. Claire, you there? Luke, I don't understand this obsession. When it comes to cricket, which is masculine, Australia is terrible. No, Australians are terrible, which is so not the truth at all. I think you won the last Ashes for the last 9 years. So save me. Luke, I don't understand this obsession. Give me the first bit. Slide. I don't understand this obsession.
Luc, je ne comprends pas cette obsession.
Now that was bloody good. Go again and enjoy the ha-he-ha and enjoy all being on the same chest. Luc, je comprends pas cette obsession. That was nice.
Luc, je comprends pas Sorry. Luc, je ne comprends pas cette obsession.
Great. It's just occurred to me that I've got Carol tomorrow. Because of where she is, she can't come because of time-wise. I was like, didn't I agree I was going to see Carol? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's tomorrow. I was like, shit, it is written down. I was just suddenly thinking, where's our Carol? Good, lovely. When it comes to cricket now, can I remind you cricket is masculine? What's this little expression I want for when it comes to cricket?
Not sure.
I give you guys this every week and you don't like remembering it. It's going to involve agit somewhere.
Il s'agit.
So well done. You remember the il on the left. What goes on the right? What comes on the left? Il s'agit
de.
Good. And if I'm linking that to le cricket, what's that going to be?
Il s'agit du cricket.
That's gorgeous. Nice, Claire. Du, Claire, Ben. Nice. What's when it comes to then?
Quand il s'agit du cricket.
Lovely. And at your level, quand plus an il, what's that going to become?
Quand
il s'agit du cricket. Lovely. So
certainly,
quand il s'agit du cricket, blow it forward, Claire. Blow me from over here. Pardon the expression. Quand il s'agit du cricket. Quand il s'agit du cricket.
Quand il s'agit du cricket.
Good. Even more smoothly. Place your hand just there where you get, sort of like acid reflux or something.
Quand il s'agit du cricket.
Quand il s'agit du cricket. That's it. That's nice. And it suits your voice. It's pretty on your voice. Good. Quand il s'agit du cricket, how do you say, the Australians are terrible, which I know is a joke. I know Australians are amazing at cricket. Say for me, Australians are terrible.
Les Australiens sont terribles.
Lovely. Notice she went with les, because it's all Australians within the sarcasm. She didn't say terrible. Lovely. Multi-clause challenge. Luc, je comprends pas cette obsession. I don't understand this obsession. Luc, je comprends pas cette obsession quand il s'agit du cricket. Les Australiens sont terribles. Multi-clause challenge. Luc, je comprends pas cette obsession quand il s'agit du cricket. Les Australiens sont terribles. Have a go. Multi-clause challenge.
Luc, je ne comprends pas cette obsession quand il s'agit du cricket. Les Australiens sont terribles.
Fucking get in. Nice work. Good. The more you join, the more you'll be able to join, and your listening will follow suit. Good, Claire. Marvelous. Good. Lovely. Once more round again, then we're done. Good. I've walked back from central London. It takes me a while and my rickety little legs don't like it, but that's why I do it, because I'm very, very stubborn. Trust me, I don't make myself work any less hard than I make you guys work, whatever. And at 17 points on the journey, I've smelt such unbelievably strong marijuana that it's kind of like, it's like nature's trying to tell me that that's what I need to be doing, but it's not a good idea. Good. So off you go, Nathan. I walked home on foot, which is kind of a moot point, because if you're walking home, it's not going to be on your damn hands. It always bothers me, I'm sorry, America, when people say horseback riding. I'm like, what, as opposed to sitting on its damn head? Do you know what I mean? It's like, as opposed to horse riding in the rest of the world. Yeah. So I get the point. It's like from carriages and shit like that years ago. I get the etymology, but it always just bothers me. Lovely. So say for me, Nathan, I've walked back. It's taken me, where was I when this class started? Oh no, I started at 7:30, yes, because I was with Susie and Paul first. So I've walked back. It's taken me almost 2 hours. I've walked back. It doesn't always take me 2 hours. I was just coming across the park. So I've walked back. It's taken me almost 2 hours. Off you go, Nathan. Slide on the chest as you work. Off you go.
J'ai marché chez moi. Ça me fait environ 2 heures.
Now, I adored the voice. But if I'm giving you that as a compliment, what does it say about the... So I adored the voice. I genuinely did adore the voice. It's the right language for you. It suits you no end. Good. What's the verb to walk? So in French, what we tend to do is we refer to the direction and then tell us the medium. Je suis rentré à pied. Yeah, I came back by foot. I ran across. J'y suis allé en courant. I went there running. Yeah, so we give you the direction and then you give us then we give you the medium. Does that make sense? Yeah, the method of doing it. Yeah. Je suis rentré à pied.
Oui, je suis rentré à pied.
Nice. Now that was nice. I had the depth of je, I had the height of suis, I had the depth of rond, I had the height of trait, I had the height of I had the height of pied. Je suis rentré à pied. Good. You weren't thinking of those things, you were thinking of one long thing. Je suis rentré à pied. Next up. If I have to explain ça fait versus il faut again, I am going to wind up in the Thames, which is possibly quite likely anyway at some point in the future, because I've had enough of being a cripple. My choice of words. My body, I use the word I want to use. So basically, can you, for the love of God, please say to me, Nathan, I need a coffee? How would you say I need a coffee?
Il me faut un café.
Nice. When we say how long something took us, we are saying how much time was needed. So we are using the il as our starter and faut as our verb, and in many, many tenses. So will you please say for me, it took me 2 hours.
Il m'a fallu 2 heures.
I'm really liking your vowels and I'm really liking your slide. Be interested now in where the stress goes. Ouais, il m'a fallu 2 heures. We're interested in the 2 hours, all right? Ça fait is for how long you've been doing something which is still going on. Yes? So like I've known Claire for 4 years or something. You know, ça fait 4 ans. Ça fait 4 ans que je la connais. Yeah? Yeah. Makes sense? Don't confuse the two. What have they got in common? I said this to John earlier. I forward John's class to this group. All right? What did I say to John earlier? What have they got in common? The letter F. As you know, Lukey likes the letter F. The fact that you use time with them. Il m'a fallu 1 heure. Ça fait 1 heure. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But get over it. Get over it. In other words, I don't mean to be rude. Don't be thick. Learn the difference. So off you go. I mean, I can only explain it so many times. Do the damn work. So say for me, it took me almost 2 hours.
Il m'a fallu environ 2 heures.
Good. We don't want to be saying shit like, no, hang on, almost. Presque would be better. Yeah, presque 2 heures. Yeah. We don't want to be saying things like, il a failli me falloir 2 heures. That'd be a bit heavy. But are you comfortable, Nathan, with the difference between faillir and Good God, what the hell kind of wagon is... Are you familiar and comfortable with the difference between failli and presque, Nathan?
No.
So, say for me, I fell, which is an extra verb.
Je me suis tombé.
I'll just wait under the street lamp like a Grisabella from Cats while you work out how an extra verb is going to be pronounced. I fell. One more time.
Je me suis tombé.
Midnight on an earth. Oh, come on. What's it going to be? What's I went?
Je me suis allé.
I'm going to get slappy. Could you say I'm just going to look at this lovely, gorgeous magnolia, which is going to stop me like ending your life with a missile. I've got all of your addresses. But I'm more Machiavellian. I'd take out your nearest and dearest. What is I arrived, Nathan? Try it a third time for Lukey Lou.
Je suis arrivé.
Ah, why is it called an extra verb? Because it uses what as its auxiliary?
Être.
Does it have a reflexive?
No.
No. Let me tell you a chain of command. This is what always happens. I've told you this before. You teach people have, they're good. You teach people be, they want to use, they always want to use, even when it's have, they want to use be. You teach people reflexive, they always want to use that even when it's not a reflexive. You add in on and e, they always want to use that. Yeah, they always want to say je m'en suis, je m'y suis. I'm like, just keep everything in its own, you know, in its own backyard. So could you please say for me, I fell one more time, which is an extra verb.
Je suis tombé.
Lovely. Would you say I almost fell using the word presque?
Je suis presque tombé.
Lovely. Now, failli, which is also a ballet step as featured in the ballet video terms videos, which I don't care, you don't need to be interested in ballet, but ballet vocabulary in French is legit. Such common French. It's so useful. It's so useful. So a failli is like a step, a failed, almost kind of broken step that will come across. So basically, if you said failli, that is a past participle. It is a verb which uses have. So if you said j'ai failli, what form of a verb, Nathan, is then going to follow a conjugated verb?
Infinitive.
So say for me, I almost fell, noting that faillir is its own verb. Say for me, I almost fell.
J'ai failli être tombé.
But what's the verb to fall?
Tombé.
What verb did I tell you comes after failli? Off you go. J'ai failli.
J'ai failli tomber.
And again.
J'ai failli tomber.
Say, I almost ate it. That has never been said about me. I eat everything. In the class earlier, in your first class on Monday, I ate an entire pack of peanuts and a bag of crisps. I have had my broccoli for today, though. I have had my spinach for today, though. I'm a good boy. So say for me, I almost ate it. Off you go. I almost ate it.
J'ai failli le manger.
Good. So if you're using have, it sounds similar. I almost spoke. J'ai presque parlé. J'ai failli parler. The difference is that j'ai presque parlé, P-A-R-L-E acute. Yeah, do you get it? Presque has been inserted into j'ai parlé. Does that make sense? And j'ai failli, F-A-I-L-L-I, parler, there is the infinitive. So if you had a verb which wasn't an ER verb du premier groupe, so if you had like j'ai failli finir versus j'ai presque fini. So just say both of those for me, Nathan. Say j'ai failli finir.
J'ai failli finir.
J'ai presque fini.
J'ai presque fini.
So all of that can be summed up by saying presque is an insert, faillir is a verb. Yeah? Understood? Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. Good. Lovely. Stuart, you'll go. My God, Luke, your wisdom is impressive. My God, Luke, your wisdom is impressive. Not really, it's my language, isn't it? I can't do dick or else. Could ride a horse, they've taken that away from me. Could dance, they've taken that away from me. I am good at gardening. So off you go. Or as my friend Phil said the other day, we're talking about Drag Race, that RuPaul show, and he's like, I've got an expert knowledge of all seasons of Drag Race. It's like, useless knowledge, but he's got an expert knowledge. He's an expert on many, many things, but you know. So off you go. So say for me, my God, my knowledge is impressive. Off you go. I'm obviously being sarcastic. Off you go. My God, my knowledge is impressive.
Mon Dieu, Luc, ta intelligence, ton intelligence.
So what's not ma connaissance? My connaissance or my wisdom, ma sagesse. Yeah. So, and what's impressive going to be if it's feminine? What's the feminine word for impressive?
Impressionnant.
Good. Make it feminine.
Impressionnant.
Good.
No.
Impressionnant. That's it. And can you give me a little bit more nose on impressionnant?
Impressionnant.
Now slide it together, enjoying all of those vibrations. Mon Dieu, Luc. Let's say your knowledge is impressive. Mon Dieu, Luc, ta connaissance est impressionnante. Enjoy sliding between the eyebrows and the chest. Mon Dieu, Luc, ta connaissance est impressionnante. Or ta sagesse. Nice word, wisdom. Mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse est impressionnante. Have a go.
Mon Dieu, Luc, ta connaissance.
You don't get to have a cheeky pause and a sit down halfway through. You like my mom? We go anywhere? She wants a cup of tea take after 4 minutes. Walk. Mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse est impressionnante.
Mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse est impressionnante.
Good. So I need you to keep your molars together, your palate down on your tongue. Yeah, you're too advanced for me to keep saying just keep your teeth together. Palate down on the tongue. Get rid of the cavity there. Mon Dieu. So, mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse est impressionnante. Okay?
Mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse
now,
est...
First, it sounded native. You sound native loads. Work out why and do it across the whole thing. Mon Dieu, Luc, push off the chest the whole way through.
Mon Dieu, Luc, ta sagesse est impressionnante.
Good. Don't go, it's impressionnant. It's impressionnant. Yeah?
It's impressionnant.
That's it. You are a clear speaker in English, and you give little pushes and stresses to certain words, and your English is very interesting to listen to. I know obviously we've not spoken a great deal in English in this class, but you know, your own turn of phrase is very likable, and you've obviously got a role where you speak to people and you break stuff down to people, And comedically, and you also have this thing where you sort of deliver a line with a real push and stress on certain syllables. And your English is crystal clear and entertaining for that reason, and very nice. We don't want to make consonants king in French. We just don't. Yeah. So your vowels are clean. There's very few erroneous vowels with you. Very, very few. Yeah. You know, impressionnant could be a bit more nasal, but there's very few off vowels with you. They're largely excellent. So you just need to not have like background noise. Go across the whole sentence, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is. So again, I'm going to send John's class to this group. It will appear in this group. All right. Good. One more for Tom. One more for Claire, and we're done. Tom, I've just realised that I need to buy myself a pizza. I have little fun things. Monday night, I always get a pizza. Tuesday, I always get gluten-free chicken nuggets after my mate Phil's class. That's my little treat. I walk him to his next class, but he's not doing that. That's fine. And I've got gluten-free chicken nuggets. Wednesday, I go for a burger. I have these small little things that get me by. I mean, I'll have shitloads of side salad and vegetables with it and stuff, but you know, these little things get me by. Thursday, I have a cake on the way back. It's like I have these little things. Friday, I'll have like a shit ton of opium. You know, it's like these small little things you have to allow yourself. Joke. Ketamine. So Tom, can you say for me, I've just realised. We always say that about my brother. We say, what did your brother do? What did your brother do at university? I say ketamine. So, and we're a horsey family, so we know about horse tranquilizer. So could you say to me, I've just realised that I need to buy myself a pizza. I've just realised I need to buy myself a pizza.
Je viens de me rendre compte qu'il me faut m'acheter une pizza.
No. Which verb do we use when need is talking about another verb?
Oh, je dois.
Lovely. One can say il faut acheter. Yeah, it is necessary to buy. One can say il faut m'acheter. It is necessary for one to buy me. But it's too generic here. One can say il faut que je m'achète, which is subjunctive here and a little bit heavy. My God, I thought it was about to be loaded into the back of a Morrison's van then. I was like, good. I don't mind being abducted, but it's got to be Waitrose or something. It's just like, good. Yeah, so devoir. Yeah, devoir. So, je viens de me rendre compte que je dois m'acheter une pizza. Again, je viens de me rendre compte que je viens de me rendre compte que je dois m'acheter une pizza. Go.
Je viens de me rendre compte que je dois m'acheter une pizza.
Que je dois m'acheter une pizza.
Je viens de me rendre compte que je dois m'acheter une pizza.
Une pizza.
No,
you've been speaking to Sarah in the group. I like her very much, but she's just batshit crazy vowels. Une, not un. That's a Spanish sound, like una. Yeah, luna. No, it's lune, la lune, une. Say it for me. Yeah. Je viens de m'acheter. Je dois m'acheter une pizza. Go.
Je dois m'acheter une pizza.
So what's going on here? In isolation, you can say une. Slide off a into u. Just say to me, eu.
Eu.
Not eu, eu.
Eu.
Good. Je dois m'acheter une pizza.
Je dois m'acheter une pizza.
That's lovely. Now, here's a little exercise. Take any of the vowels that you want and slide into any of the vowel. So let's say your vowel that you're working is u. Start on u and slide from u into other vowels. Ui, ua, u, ua, uyan. Then take other vowels and slide into u. Iu, uu, au. That's a really good thing, because if you think about it, guys, French is vowel sliding, and there's only so many mathematical vowels. You know? Good. Lovely. Before we move on, Tom, final person would be Claire of the day. How would you say after realizing that I need a pizza, I bought myself one? After realizing that I need a pizza, I bought myself one. I shall be kind and a benevolent God. After realizing, who is doing the realizing?
I am doing the realizing.
Good. And you're doing the realizing. This is going to be a batshit fucking hard sentence if you've not been paying attention for the past couple of months. And what? And who is? So after realizing that I need to buy pizza, I bought myself one. Who did the buying?
I did.
Same person.
Hmm.
Good.
Après être...
Say for me, I realized that you did beautifully a couple of minutes ago.
Je me rends compte. Je me rends compte.
Past tense.
Oh, he said realize. Sorry. Je me suis rendu compte.
Rendu, not rendu. Yep.
Rendu.
Good. So you need to soften your consonants, and it will allow you time to play with the vowels. Ouais, je me suis rendu compte. You, again, a little bit too crisp. Nice, we're going to get there, but a little bit too crisp on the consonants. So, but I mean, loads better than when we started, but just be less interested in consonants. Keep fighting. So, is there a pronoun, Tom, in je me suis rendu compte?
There's a reflexive?
No, that wasn't my question.
No.
Is
Yeah, there's je.
Well, yes, that's a subject pronoun, but other than that, is there what is it?
No.
Mo. Is mo a pronoun?
Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah. I don't need you to call it. Just
okay.
My point isn't that it's not reflexive. My point, mo doesn't have to be reflexive, incidentally. It doesn't have to be reflexive at all. It is reflexive on this occasion. But my point is it a pronoun, yes or no?
Yes.
And the reason I say that is because this technique works with me, te, ce, nous, vous, whatever it would be. Yeah, it doesn't le, la, les, lui, il, on. It doesn't matter whether it's reflexive. That's not the issue here. The issue is there or issue. The issue or issue is there a pronoun in je me suis rendu compte?
Yes.
So therefore, we can't say après être. You've missed a bit, haven't you?
Après mettre.
That's it. Après mettre. Je l'ai fait après l'avoir fait. Yeah? Je vous ai dit après vous avoir dit. Je me suis lavé après m'être lavé. Vous vous êtes lavé après vous être lavé. Do you get how it works? You stick to have, you stick to be. Yeah? You stick to have, you stick to be. It might not always be after après, guys. It could be after without. Sans l'avoir vu, without having seen it. Sans y avoir pensé, without having thought about it. Yes? Remember, the pronoun goes there. I need to go and hurry up. Sorry, Claire. I will start with you next time. I need to go and catch the supermarket before it closes. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Those of you that have watched this, that have enjoyed this, please note there will be a Kofi link underneath. The guys obviously pay me separately for doing the class. Thank you guys for doing that when the class finishes. Otherwise, those of you underneath, there will be a Kofi link available. By all means, make a donation. I do appreciate it. If you're interested in any of the podcasts, which is what these guys have roughly followed as their structure for learning, there are 5 available. There are the speaking ones. Sorry, there are the grammar ones. There are the vocabulary ones. There is the listening set. There is the one-to-one people having correction. There is the reading written grammar ones, which is kind of other temporal structures like il faut and ça fait, pendant, pour, depuis, all of that stuff. And the soon-to-be, the soon-to-be an amazing set on all the different, like aussitôt que tandis que, all the different conjunctions and stuff, other than parce que. And I'm going to call these, there's more to life than parce que, because that's how you all think that you link clauses. I'm very much looking forward to releasing these. They're amazing. They are amazing. Good. Well done. If you found that useful, then people do please comment underneath. If you do like it, nothing nasty about anybody that's taken part. Good. Loads of love, guys. Speak to you next week. Take care. Yes?
Thanks,
Yeah.
Luke.
Shout out to Claire. Shout out to Carol because we missed her.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.